A paper crown and a heart made of glass, a tattered gown.
Well, so far this leg of the tour has been pretty wonderful. I feel like we have the privilege of getting to go to a lot of different places, and we have been to a lot of places. And the place that one of the places that's like the most different from where we come from or the most different place is Asia. So, and it's also like it's so culturally diverse, and the food is so fun and tasty, and yeah, we're having a great time.
When all she needs, when all she wants, when all she finds.
Well, I think that the one thing that I'm most looking forward to is probably eating the food. I was looking forward to getting to see some of the people that I had met last time I was here, because I was here like 4 years ago. So to be back and to see some of the same people feels really nice. And then I love the scenery. I love how green it is, and yeah, I like the climate. Even though it's raining right now, I kind of like it. It's nice.
We didn't know if we were going to make the show today, but we made it, and it's because of the amazing crew that's putting on this show.
If hammers can build, if hammers.
I think the most challenging part about touring is trying to tour and keep a routine, keep a schedule, because you're crossing so many different time zones. And on this tour, we're going to be crossing the equator, which also sort of messes with your equilibrium. And then I think that like trying to tour and do all of the other stuff that you want to do, like stay up to date with your social media posts and like, write songs and do all the other things that you do, that sort of like gives you ammunition while you're on the road, like making more music and practicing and doing all of that stuff. So it's kind of hard to juggle all those things. And also sometimes it's also hard to be present enough to remember how lucky you are to actually be doing the thing that you always wanted to do, and to make sure that you're present enough to enjoy it. But I think on this tour I've been doing a pretty good job of that, probably too good of a job of that, because I haven't been doing any of the other things I need to. So I'm trying to take like little periods of time to give myself a break, like before the show today. There's a lot of times where I've been traveling to cool places that I haven't had the opportunity to explore and do things that I want to do, so that when I get home I can be like, wow, I really feel like I made the most of it.
Trip to Texas, thought I'd start again. Switched out my addresses and ghosted all my friends. Thought I could escape what I.
Oh yeah, but wait, should I say what? Remember in the hotel in Poopgate? I'm not saying a name, but all of the stalls were locked, or it looked. Not all the stalls were locked. All the stalls were locked except for one, which you assume if a stall is not locked that there's no one in there.
Yeah.
And then someone from our team was taking a poop, and I accidentally walked in on that. So the rest of the tour we called it Poop Gate. That was pretty funny. That was really fun. I was dying.
When our fingers tell me you won't forget. Remember the night we met. Rewind like an old cassette, and I'll be the song that's on your speaker.
I don't think that there was like an easier or hard one to write. I think that probably the one that took me the longest, the two that took me the longest were Devil Doesn't Bargain and Older. So I wrote them in pieces, and I actually rewrote Devil Doesn't Bargain 3 times. So probably Devil Doesn't Bargain was the hardest one. And then Nancy Got a Haircut, probably the easiest.
I'm a dopamine addict, can't break the habit, runs in my head. Psychosomatic, stare in the mirror, hide in the attic, crying.
Well, I think that it's just like, for me, it's like the most jarring song on the record, but also like it starts off talking about something that's like very important to me, which is like what I've been struggling with over I have a very addictive personality. So when you sort of open people like that, or open things like apps and stuff like that, whether it's like dating apps or junk food, you get Postmates, you can get it in like 2 seconds, like all this stuff. It's like you're always looking for something that is going to give you that like hit of dopamine that makes you happy, as opposed to sort of like taking the the more, instead of earning the dopamine, like exercising or like, abstaining from some of those things that you shouldn't be doing. And over the last 2 years, when you were stuck in your house and there was nothing else to do and you were depressed, I was always looking for that cheap thrill. Yeah, so I feel like that song kind of defines like the last 2 years for me. And I think it also defines a lot of the struggles of like the generational struggles of it.
Everywhere I go, my shadow, it follows behind. Doesn't matter where I travel, my shadow, it finds me.
Yeah. Sometimes I do it too much. Like I put out too much or like whatever. But I like that's another thing. It's like I need that like I need the affirmation. Like you're doing a good job. Like I'm like writing something, and for me it's like, oh, I need that like that rush of dopamine to be like, yes, it's good. I should keep going. But I also like I don't know. I think I need to share music more quickly and start putting out more songs and like sort of I'm happy to just put things out in whatever form, but it's not always the best idea. But I'm just like I'm not as worried about it now because I realize that like those emotions are not helpful. And even if it's true, like so what? Like I'm still gonna make songs, so it doesn't really matter. But no, I'm down to talk about anything. I think sometimes it's like trying to find the best way to talk about the things I want to talk about in a way that is going to impact people in a positive way. So I think that's probably the struggle.
If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down.
Best? You know what? I hate giving gifts. I hate giving and receiving gifts. I think the whole thing is awful. Like I know some people really like it, but then like I feel like because it's like there's a whole unspoken social contract of gift giving where it's like if you give me something, then I'm required to reciprocate and give you something of equal value on the same occasion in your life. It's like what happens is if someone gives me a gift, I didn't ask for it. It wasn't something that I wanted. I'm required to accept it. And now I owe them something? They're not giving me a gift, they're giving me a burden. Keep it. It's so much pressure. I think the best gift that someone can give you is their attention.
Yes, definitely.
And that's something that I feel I like to receive. I perform, so I like it when people give me their attention. And it's something that I'm happy, when I can to give back. Like when people in my life that I love, when we spend time together, it's like they're giving you their attention, you give them their attention, you do it at the same time. It's great. You have a good time. It's over, and you can both move on. Yeah.
All right.
But the whole gift giving sucks.
If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly.